Yo, what's going on, people? Today we are reacting to Bee Gees with For Whom the Bell Tolls. I'm not too good with these historic phrases, you know, for whom the bell tolls. I don't really know what that means, but what I do know is one of my favorite rappers, J. Cole, released an album called For Your Eyes Only, and the intro song on that album was called For Whom the Bell Tolls. And that album is a concept album about his friend that died. Maybe it has something to do with death, I'm not too sure. But let's get right into the reaction, bro. Bee Gees, For Whom the Bell Tolls.
I stumble in the night, never really knew what it would have been like. You're no longer there to break my fall. The heartache over you, I gave it everything, but I couldn't get through. I never saw the signs. You're the last to know when love is blind. All the tears and the turbulent years when I would not wait for no one. Stop, take a look at myself, see me losing you. When a lonely heart breaks, it's the one that forsakes the dream that we stole. And I'm missing you more than the fire that we're on, all in my soul. For you it's goodbye, for me it's to cry. For whom the bell tolls. I seen you in a magazine, a picture at a party where you shouldn't have been, hanging on the arm of someone else. I'm still in love with you. Won't you come back to your little boyhood? I've come to feel inside this precious love was never mine. Now I know but a little too late that I could not live without you. In the dark or the broad day, promise I'll be there. When a lonely heart breaks, it's the one that forsakes, it's the dream that we stole. And I'm missing you more than the fire that we're on. There's a hole in my soul. For you it's goodbye, for me it's to cry. For whom the bell tolls. Every time like this when I couldn't reach out to no one, I'm never gonna find someone who knows me like you do. Are you leaving me a helpless child when it took so long to save me? Fight the devil and the deep blue sea, I'll follow you anywhere. Promise I'll be there. When a lonely heart breaks, it's the one that forsakes, it's the dream that we stole. And I'm missing you more than the fire that we're on. There's a hole in my soul. For you it's
Okay, that was Bee Gees with For Whom the Bell Tolls. Listen, that was an emotional one, you know. Now, it could have been about death, but I also felt like it also could have been about maybe just a relationship and a girl's left him maybe, and he's used For Whom the Bell Tolls to just like portray how it made him feel, like it's like she died, you know. What I'm getting is this girl has left him. Obviously, this girl was clearly the one who was there for him when he needed her, you know. When he needed someone, she was there to pick him up, you know, but she's no longer there to break his fall. He says, all the tears and turbulent years when I would not wait for no one, didn't stop, take a look at myself, see me losing you. Damn. Damn. This actually sounds like he may have messed up, bro. Sounds like he may have been a bad boy, you know. He didn't stop to take a look at himself, and now he's losing her. A hole in my soul. For you it's goodbye, for me it's the cry. For whom the bell tolls, for me. So he's saying for her it's just a goodbye, like she's leaving knowing she didn't mess up, like she's not the one who did wrong, and he is here knowing he messed it up, you know. And I'm assuming for whom the bell tolls, for me, maybe it means like, listen, you're gonna have to tell me like exactly what that means in the comments, because I'm assuming that's like whoever the bell tolls for, they're the one grieving maybe. Listen, is that what it means? You gotta let me know. He's saying there's a hole in his soul, maybe saying that he's the one that feels like he's like dying, you know, maybe, I don't know. In verse 3 he says, now I know there'll be times like this when I couldn't reach out to no one. Am I never gonna find someone who knows me like you do? Are you leaving me a helpless child when it took so long to save me? So he's obviously taken her love for granted, and now he's not got anyone to be there for him. When someone knows you better than everyone else does, it's like, that's a deep bond, you know, that's a very, very deep bond. And losing that person, listen, that's tough. Like, that's very difficult, bro. When someone's accepted you for you with all your flaws, and then they're not there anymore, that's tough. Like, that's a unique type of pain, you know. Now listen, I've said this in other videos, but this is why you have to rely on yourself before you rely on anyone else, you know. When people rely on you, they tend to think like, oh, you'll always be there, you know, you'll always be there, and you're always gonna just do what they ask of you, kind of like they just expect you to keep giving even when they're disrespecting you and stuff. And ultimately that's not how it works, you know. Like, I had a situation where I was there for this one person all the time, you know. They was going through some tough times, and listen, this was for years. Like, years I knew this person, they were going through tough times, and I was always there picking them up time and time again, you know. They kind of took advantage of that, started acting certain ways. I wasn't okay with it, you know, and then the drama unfolded, you know. The drama unfolded, everything came crashing down, you know. Dynamics like that will not last. Like, I gave so much to the person, and then it was kind of a situation where I didn't really know who I was anymore, you know. Like, they're taking so much from me that I was kind of left like empty, you know, and I didn't know what to do myself. I was kind of just lost, you know. And that was the worst time of my life, you know. So yeah, you always got to have you first, you know. It's so important to have you first. Look after yourself first. But yeah, man, that's it for this reaction. This was a great song, you know, a slower one, you know. I feel like every Bee Gees song so far has been very, like, you know, upbeat to a certain extent, even if the topic ain't the most upbeat. It's like, it's still upbeat, you know. But this one was a lot slower, a lot calmer, and it's cool to see that, you know, actually, because it's like it shows a different side of the artist that I haven't seen yet, really. So this is a great song. If you enjoyed this reaction, please like, subscribe, comment down below you want me to react to next, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.